Now, your NBC10 First Alert weather with meteorologist Brittney Shipp.
All right, we have another update for you, and that is the severe thunderstorm warning has just been extended to include Philadelphia. It's for this cell right here that's moving to the east at about 45 miles per hour. So this is a quick moving cell, and this is going to stay in effect, the severe thunderstorm warning, at least until 5:30. Severe thunderstorm warnings mean we could see wind gusts up to about 60 miles per hour. Also, hail is going to be a possibility, lightning a possibility, and we're going to continue watching. This is a live look at our center city skyline. You can see the clouds are darkening here, so gray skies out there, and next we're waiting for the thunderstorms to roll through Center City. So again, you want to be careful as you are heading home. We are going to see between the hours of right now heading all the way until 8 p.m. and we're just getting another update is that we have a tornado. Is it a warning, Sheena? Yes. Warning right now for parts of Norristown. So Sheena's going to take control of the computer right now. So we're going to watch this cell. This is what we're looking for right here. It's for this cell that's right now moving through parts of Phoenixville, just to the south of Limerick. And so it's starting to curve a little bit. So this bow echo is something that we're going to watch. This tornado warning is going to stay in effect until 5:15 p.m. So at least until another, I'd say, almost 30 minutes. So this is something that we're going to watch. Sheena's going to give me this information from the National Weather Service. So this is going to affect northeastern Chester County. This was just issued at 4:46, so we brought it to you within seconds here. Doppler radar indicating a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. So this is a dangerous storm. It was located right over Royalsford, and that's 14 miles north of Westchester. And again, this is moving east at 45 miles per hour. So if you live in this vicinity at all, so King of Prussia, Conshohocken, anything outlined here in this tornado warning, what you need to do is take cover right now, move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest level of a sturdy building. Try to avoid all windows. So this is a breaking weather situation. Again, we want everyone to stay safe. If you live in this area right here, highlighted in red, so again, I'm going to list it. Norristown, King of Prussia, stretching up to Trooper, Conshohocken. Anyone that lives in these communities, you definitely need to be very careful. Take cover right now. Maybe turn up the volume of on your TV. We are tracking a very severe cell right now that's moving through parts of Limerick into Phoenixville. It is tracking to the east at 45 miles per hour. So these are the times now for King of Prussia: 4:53, 4:55 in Norristown, Whitplain 4:58, 4:59. Conshohocken is going to be a concern for us. So literally just 3 minutes ago, the National Weather Service issued a tornado warning on this cell. This is the cell right here. It's over Limerick right now, the red that you see. But it is tracking to the east at 45 miles per hour. So if you live in Phoenixville, if you live in Norristown, if you live in Whitman or White Marsh, excuse me, you definitely will want to take cover in a sturdy building. You want to avoid any of your windows. And again, move to the closest substantial shelter that you have. Protect yourself from flying debris. So it is this cell. You can see it. We always look for a bow echo. We're looking for rotation as well. And Sheena, are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll send it over to Sheena.
Yeah, no, and Brittney's right, because as you look at this cell, you see it near Phoenixville, Pottstown, and right where you see this hook area, that's really where we look for the rotation inside the storm. So again, this is one thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. So here you see it now, the red shaded area, that is the tornado warned area. So everyone in this area, and I'm going to take the radar off real quick because I want you to see exactly where this area is. So the tornado warning does include Royersford. That's where we're seeing the most rotation right now. Phoenixville is right on the edge of that. King of Prussia, Norristown, East Norriton, Whitpain Township, Plymouth Meeting, Conshohocken, the PA Turnpike 76 near King of Prussia. So again, this is a tornado warning. We are seeing a very strong thunderstorm in this area. This is going to go till 5:15. Now the storm itself is containing very high winds. So regardless of if we have a tornado on the ground, which we do not yet have reports on, we are still seeing damaging winds. So again, right near Phoenixville and Limerick, in between these areas, even close to Pottstown, I would imagine we would have some of the strongest rotation right in this area. So again, this is one storm capable of producing a tornado, and there you see it moving mostly from west to east. So again, the speed of this storm is about 45 miles an hour moving west to east. So all these areas approaching the major interstates near Conshohocken, Norristown, all these sections under a tornado warning right now. This will be going on for about the next 25 minutes or so. So I'm going to show you here. We'll kind of zoom in a bit so you can see the areas, the PA Turnpike, Trooper, Phoenixville, Skippack Township, King of Prussia. We'll track this storm for you. As we do so, you can see these areas that are under the warned section and the time that you can expect it to move in. So if you're in Collegeville, it's moving in right now. King of Prussia 4:55, so in about 4 minutes here. Bridgeport 4:59, Norristown 4:59, Whitpain Township by about 5:03. So all these sections are in the warned areas. So again, if you are in these areas, you want to get to the lowest level of your home. You want to get into an interior hallway or closet. And you also want to make sure that you stay away from windows because, again, this is a tornado warning. So we're going to take this very seriously. It's mostly moving to the east around 45 miles an hour. So, again, it is approaching all the areas I just showed you. And as we kind of look at these sections, you can see it includes 476 near Conshohocken, also including the major interstates around King of Prussia, the PA Turnpike. So all these sections here under the tornado warning. So, again, stay away from windows. And this is what we're looking at as we go through a little while here. So again, a tornado warning in these areas. You want to get into a basement or the lowest level of your home, a hallway or interior closet. And if we can take, if the producers can hear me back there, if you can take the Max 2 computer real quick, we have some tips for you in these areas if you are in this section. So if we can just switch over to the Max 2 computer with our other wording on it, there we see it. Tornado warning in this area. You want to get into a basement, the lowest level of your home, hallway or closet, and getting into an interior section where you're staying away from windows. Let's head over to Brittney there.
Yeah, so if we can just show you on this second computer here, tornado warning, you have to get in your basement, lowest level of your home, hallway, closet, stay away from windows. So this is again going to stay in effect at least until 5:15. So we at least have another almost 20 minutes of this. But if you are in any of these areas, I'm just going to name them off: Norristown, Phoenixville, West Norriton, East Norriton, Conshohocken, Collegeville, Royalsford, Plymouth Meeting, King of Prussia, Skippack, Bridgeport, Spring City, West Conshohocken. If you are hearing your city on this call list, you definitely want to take cover now, move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust the radar right now so we can show you exactly where this is. And it looks like probably the most dangerous spot right now looks to be near Phoenixville or just to the east of Phoenixville, near Norristown. Heads up to everyone that lives in Norristown right now. Abington, same thing. Heads up to those folks. So again, you want to be very careful. If you know anyone heading home from work that lives even near Pottstown, Phoenixville, West Vincent, East Whiteland, give them a call right now near Devon. We're starting to see a little bit more activity move into that area. You want to be careful with this tornado warning. We are watching this cell. You can see it here on our screen. And so these are all going to be the areas of concern for us as we go into at least the next 20 minutes until 5:15. This tornado warning is going to stay in effect. And again, this cell is moving east at about 45 miles per hour. Sheena?
Yeah, that's right, Brittney. And again, these areas that you see in this red shaded section, that's where we're seeing the tornado warning for. So again, you see this icon, this little swirly thing up in the top left-hand corner of your screen. That's where we see some of the rotation in this storm. But as you see this hook shape here, Limerick, Royersford, Phoenixville, heading towards Trooper, Skippack Township, this is where we can expect not just the most rotation to be moving in, but also some of the highest winds in this storm. So it's not just, whether or not we have a tornado on the ground, because it is a tornado warning. This is radar indicated. Until we get told that we have reports of a tornado on the ground, we are assuming that the storm is strong enough to produce a tornado. If it does not, we are still looking at damaging winds. So if you are in this area, you want to get, again, to the lowest level of your home, an interior hallway or closet, and you want to stay away from windows. Again, it is a tornado warning. So I'm going to change this here so you can see it maybe a little bit better. There we go. So all the areas here shaded in red. I'll take the radar off for just a second. So there you see it, this red section That's the tornado warning. It includes Norristown, the PA Turnpike near Conshohocken, also near King of Prussia till 5:15, 476, 76. And we know this is a busy time of the evening. So this section of interstate right here, I'm sure traffic is probably extremely slow at the moment. If you know anyone who could be in this area, I would say between Norristown, Conshohocken, Plymouth Meeting, driving on these interstates right now, and you're watching us, maybe give them a call. Tell them what's going on. They probably don't know. All they're really seeing at the moment is some rain approaching. They might be seeing some gusty winds, but they probably don't know that it is, in fact, a tornado warning. So if you know anyone driving in this area right now, maybe give them a call. Let them know that there is something coming in from the west, and it will be heading in the direction of Norristown, King of Prussia, Conshohocken, and approaching the Philadelphia area here very soon. So this again is a tornado warning inside of a very severe thunderstorm. Very heavy rain in this storm, very high wind, damaging wind. And again, we're seeing it traveling to the east right around 45 miles an hour. So I'm going to zoom out here so you can at least see the motion of this storm a little more. So there you see it. It's moving to the east. And now I'm just going to stop it for a second so I can track it for you. Now the area is still in this warned section with the red cone here. That's where we're still seeing that tornado warning. Again, get into the lowest level of your home, interior hallway or closet if you do not have a basement, and stay away from windows. So I'm going to track this for you. Now the leading edge of the heavy rain, that will be approaching Plymouth Meeting here very soon. So this storm itself is containing very high winds. So Plymouth, you can expect it by 4:59, Whippane Township 5 o'clock, Plymouth Meeting 5:01, and this is going to continue moving towards White Marsh Township also. At the same time it'll be moving into these areas, it's going to be moving over the PA Turnpike here. Heavy rain now over King of Prussia, approaching West Conshohocken, 76, 476, all of these areas near Plymouth. You can expect some very heavy rain here soon too. And this is an area where we do expect to see some of these strongest winds also. Let's head over to Brittney.
All right, so just to paint the overall picture, we are tracking this tornado warning. If we can switch over to my computer, which is Max 1, thank you. We'll just zoom in and we're just going to start calling out different areas here. So Black Rock Road, you are under the tornado warning. Collegeville, Perkiomen, Egypt Road, we're giving you neighborhood by neighborhood forecasts right now. So we just want to make sure everyone that lives in these cities, or if I list your street, that it's a heads up. Turn the volume up on your TV, but definitely try and get down to your basement, get away from all of your windows. Let's take a closer look here. Let's fly you over to Trooper, North Trooper Road, Germantown Pike, Level Road, Main Street near Bridgeport, also Henderson Road, King of Prussia, all under a tornado warning right now until 5:15. Same thing for Plymouth Meeting, Conshohocken Road, Ridge Pike, Township Line Road, and also just to the south of East Norrington. So these are all of the locations that are under this tornado warning. This is going to go until 5:15. We have another, or actually, 5:15, and then you see the area highlighted in yellow. That's going to stay in effect until at least 5:30. So this is the cell that we're watching. And you can see it stretches from Pottstown all the way through Phoenixville down into Malvern. So again, if you live anywhere near those areas that we listed, you are under a tornado warning, at least until 5:15. Are we going to break, or am I sending it?
Send it back to us. You know what we're doing right now is we're going over a tornado warning. If you're just joining us here on NBC 10 News at 5, we're tracking damaging winds, severe storms in the very least. Let's go right back out, though, to meteorologist Brittney Shipp. Hey, Brittney.
Hi, Keith. Here's the latest. This is the update here. We have the tornado warning that's going to stay in effect until 5:15. It's for this cell right here. It's what's moving into Limerick. You can see how fast it's moving. So this is moving at 45 miles per hour. This is a quick moving system. Let me go ahead and pause it so we can show you exactly where we are seeing the most dangerous conditions. This is it right here. It's starting to turn into more of a bow echo here. So let's zoom in. We'll show you near Limerick. That's where we're seeing some of the heaviest rainfall, East Whiteland, and starting to push into Norristown. So if I go ahead and I track this for you, we'll show you where some of this heaviest rainfall is going to start to move in, and that's going to be closer to the Norristown area, and King of Prussia and Plymouth. And so that's going to start to move into those locations in a matter of minutes. So near King of Prussia, maybe in a minute or two, you're going to start to hear very heavy rain outside of your window. 502 Easttown, 504 Norristown, 507 Plymouth, Ratner at 507. And it's for this cell right here that's starting to curve a little bit. and it's going to go from Pottstown all the way through Limerick. It's tracking to the east at 45 miles per hour. So here is the area that is highlighted under this tornado warning until 5:15. So at least 14 more minutes for us. And if we zoom you in, we'll take it even closer. We'll show you exactly which roads, which cities are under this tornado warning. And they include Collegeville, Perkiomen, Egypt Road, Dayton Street, stretching out. Let me just go ahead and move the radar for you. We'll show you exactly where everything is. Lewis Road is all included anywhere highlighted in red. I know you probably can't see your TV. If you live near these locations, just turn the TV up, head for the basement. I'm calling out the roads for you. Collegeville, Trooper, Egypt Road, stretching out to Henderson Road near King of Prussia, Norristown, Whitehall, Whitplain, all included in this. Plymouth Road, Butler Pike, Wells Road, Stump Hall Road. These are all areas under Flowertown Road. These are all areas under a tornado warning until 5:15. So again, you want to take cover now, move to an basement, an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid all windows if you can. If you're in a mobile home or outdoors, you have to move to the closest substantial shelter that you can find, and also just protect yourself from flying debris. Now we're going to send it over to Sheena Parveen, who's tracking the latest on this tornado warning. Sheena?
Yeah, Brittney, we're still tracking it. It's still going to go until 5:15 until we're told otherwise. And we really do see a pretty good signature on radar that does show that there is the potential, good potential for possibly a tornado, maybe at least a funnel cloud. So the tornado warning here is for the area, including Norristown, Conshohocken areas along the PA Turnpike where it meets 476 and 76. You want to get into a basement, the lowest level of your home if you don't have a basement, a hallway or interior closet, and you want to stay away from windows. So here is that warned area till 5:15. Norristown, Conshohocken, King of Prussia is included along the PA Turnpike and near White Marsh Township too. So we're going to watch all these areas very closely as these very strong winds approach. So as it travels to the east, it's moving around 45 miles an hour or so. So pretty fast with this storm, but still some very damaging winds near 60 miles an hour, maybe 70 miles an hour, even if we don't have a tornado on the ground. Still a very severe thunderstorm. So Plymouth, you can expect it moving in really right now, and your conditions are rapidly decreasing. Whitpain Township by 503, Bluebell 504, and we're going to keep seeing it traveling to the east towards the Philadelphia area. So again, if you're just tuning in with us, it is a tornado warning across this area that we are watching very closely. So the radar here showing us the very heavy rain across Norristown, the PA Turnpike, Conshohocken now starting to see the very heavy rain right across 76, King of Prussia seeing the heavy rain as well. And it's not just the heavy rain, it's also very high winds. We have lightning in this storm. We also have the potential for some small hail. And here's where you start to see a bit of a hook within the radar signature here. And that's where we really look to determine whether or not this could be a potential tornado. So Limerick, you're seeing the heavy rain, still Skippack Township with some strong winds. This is all part of a very severe storm. And here's Philadelphia now. So we're going to see this storm approach the Philadelphia area very soon. So if you are in Marion, 506, you can expect it. Upper Darby 508, Philadelphia 514, Camden by about 518. Then it will be crossing over into New Jersey. Again, the warning, the tornado warning goes until 5:15, but the severe thunderstorm warning for this entire area, including Philadelphia, that's going to last for a little while. So we do expect, again, very damaging winds, lightning, the potential for small hail, also heavy rain, and it's all moving up mostly to the east, right around 45 miles an hour. So we'll go back now to some of the heavy rain near Salford, Skippack Township, Limerick across 476, also down towards Norristown, King of Prussia across the PA Turnpike and Conshohocken. So again, if you know anyone in these areas maybe driving home, you might want to give them a call, let them know, because what we're seeing on these major interstates right now, we're seeing very heavy rain and very strong winds approaching. So damaging winds, that is going to be a huge issue. And again, what we're seeing is a tornado warning in this area. So we don't have reports of a tornado on the ground just yet, but there is the potential for the storm to produce that. Precip rates are about over 1.5 inches, but that would be if the storm sat in one place for this long period of time. Aside from that, we're seeing the storm still moving towards the east. So Plymouth, you're really seeing this right now as we go into this area. And also Norristown, you're seeing that heavy rain. It is approaching the Philadelphia area. So again, it's going to be moving into the Philadelphia area, I would say in about 10 minutes or so from now. So it's 5:05. I would say by about 5:14, 5:15, this storm will be moving into Philadelphia. So again, a very strong storm with the potential of producing a tornado. We are seeing signs of rotation in this storm. Upper Darby, you can expect it by 5:14. Abington by 5:15 as well. Drexel Hill a little earlier than that, 5:10. That's about 5 minutes from now, and it's moving right around 45 miles an hour. So again, this is a severe storm capable of producing a tornado. We've been seeing indications of rotation inside the storm, and now you really see the motion of it moving from west to east. A very strong storm, and where you see that signature hook shape right here, that's where we see the rotation in this storm. And some of the strongest rotation may be approaching Norristown and 476 right now. So in this general area, if you're in lower Montgomery County in these sections, you are under that tornado warning. So again, get into a basement, an interior hallway or closet. There is that tornado warning right now. It goes until 5:15. So if you are in these sections, you want to get into a basement. If you don't have a basement, lowest level of your home, interior hallway or closet, and you want to stay away from windows. So it's not just the tornado warning that we're keeping an eye on. It's really this entire area because it is under a severe thunderstorm warning as well. So again, there is the tornado warning. Conshohocken, Gwinnett Township, it's just south of you, but you're still going to expect some strong winds and some heavy rain. And this is all moving towards the major interstates here. So again, if you know anybody on the road, if you're about to head out on the road, you might want to just wait because we're seeing very high winds and very heavy rain. So don't be driving in this area anytime soon until the storm passes. But I'm sure a lot of cars here are kind of stuck in traffic with the heavy rain and high winds coming down. So again, this is a severe storm. If you're just tuning in with us, a tornado warning. It's traveling to the east, mostly around 45 miles an hour. Conshohocken, heavy rain now. Norristown, King of Prussia. There's the PA Turnpike. The red is showing us the heaviest of the rain. A lot of lightning here now developing. Whippane Township seeing that as well, right across 476. And along with this, we do expect damaging winds near 60 miles an hour or greater. Now, it is a tornado warning. So again, if we don't have that tornado on the ground, we still have the very high potential of seeing those damaging winds. We're still getting signs of rotation within this storm, but really the main area could be right near Skipback Township, near 476 there. Franconia seeing very heavy rain, possibly damaging winds there as well. But this is all again heading towards the Philadelphia area, so something we are definitely keeping a very close eye on. I'm going to step off for a second there. You see right across 476. That's where we're seeing near Franconia. This is where we have heavy rain, potentially some very, very high winds in this area, and we're also looking at potential hail, Brittney.
That's right. I've been tracking some of the hail tracks that have been moving through. So we switch our computer sources. I can show you right now. It looks gray here. This is our hail track, and you can notice everywhere you see gray, that's where the hail has moved through. So some of those really severe thunderstorms. The reason why the National Weather Service issues the severe thunderstorm watches and warnings is because a lot of these severe thunderstorm cells have hail embedded inside, along with all the lightning that we're seeing, really strong and damaging wind speeds. So what I want to show you right now is the fact that we've gotten reports of trees down near 76. Same thing with the hail track. Multiple trees and wires are down along Creek Road, and this is all tracking to the east. So the most important thing right now is the tornado warning that's going to stay in effect until 5:15. So we have about 6 more minutes of watching this cell. We have not gotten a confirmed report of a tornado touching down, but right now Norristown, East Whiteland, you can notice that that's where the cell is. This is what we're watching here. You can see that how it's starting to turn there, stretching into Norristown, East Whiteland. Again, this is the cell that we are watching. This is what prompted the National Weather Service to issue a tornado warning. So you have to take cover now, move to a basement if you can, or an interior room on the lowest floor of your house. Avoid windows. If you're in a mobile home or outdoors, you have to move to the closest shelter that you can find. So this is tracking to the east at about 45 miles per hour. Let me retrack this for you, and I'll show you exactly when some of the heaviest rain is expected to be into places like Philadelphia or even Haverford. So if I show you right now, 514 Haverford, we're expecting to see some of these severe thunderstorms moving into that particular city by 5:19, into Marion by 5:23, Upper Darby by 5:25 p.m. Darby should start to see some of this activity. And if we just zoom you into this tornado warning box, we want to show you exactly which streets are going to be affected. So maybe you can't look at your TV because you're heading down to the basement. I hope you are if you live in these areas, but I'll call out a few of these locations, and that's going to be Dayton Street, Black Rock Road, Main Street in Collegeville, Royersford, also Vincent, Phoenixville, Perkiomen, We have Trooper Germantown Pike also included in this tornado warning. Stump Hall Road stretching down into Pot Shop Road, Burnside Avenue, Marshall Street, Liberty Avenue, Harding Boulevard, Main Street. You are all right now under a tornado warning. Again, it is important for you to take cover for at least the next 4 minutes until this tornado warning expires. If you live near Germantown Pike, stretching down into Woodbrook Lane, Plymouth Road, Bridgeport. All of these locations, again, they're highlighted in red here. That means they are under the tornado warning box. Conshohocken stretching all the way down to Matsonford, Mount Pleasant Road, Waverly Road, all included in this tornado warning here. Spring Mill Road stretching out to, let's see, Stoke Road. All of you included, if you heard your street name or if you live in these neighborhoods, Norristown included, just to the north of Ratner, Phoenixville, all under the tornado warning, at least until 5:15. So again, 4 more minutes. Let's go ahead and get out of this, and I'm going to show you the cell that we are watching and how fast it is quickly approaching here. So let's put this in motion. We'll loop it for you. Again, this is moving quickly to the east at 45 miles per hour. So right now, the heaviest rain, if I now pause it again for you, we just want to put it in motion so you can see, is just moving out of Norristown. So it's right over places like, let's see, Plymouth and White Marsh. And we have reports of trees down near 76 in Berks County, heavy hail in the warning zone. So that's something I've been tracking. We've gotten reports of a hail size and diameter of about 1 inch. So that's damaging hail that's coming down. Also, really strong wind speeds gusting up to 40, 50 miles per hour associated with this very strong thunderstorm cell. And some of the heaviest rain is right now over just to the north of Ratner. This is just to the south of Conshohocken near Ridge Pike, moving into Manor Road, Waverly Road, also Flat Rock Road will be up next in terms of this heavy rainfall that's associated with this cell that has prompted the National Weather Service to issue a tornado warning. Sheena, are you tracking something else still?
Yeah, well, we have some live camera views. Let's go to Max 3 if we can, the Max 3 computer, if we can take that back in the control room. But there you see it on the radar there, and here you see a live lookout towards the Philadelphia area, kind of looking back across the Schuylkill River up towards the direction of Montgomery County where the storms are coming from. So we have some very dark clouds here. We have a very strong winds here coming in. This is all approaching the Philadelphia area. So again, this is from one of our cameras in Philadelphia looking out across the Schuylkill River up towards the general direction of Montgomery County. And I'm going to take this off real quick. And now here you see the radar, the red. That is very heavy rain across 476, 76, also the PA Turnpike, White Marsh Township, Norristown, Abington, and this is all approaching Philadelphia. So look how close the heavy rain is now to the Philadelphia area. We're still seeing that tornado warning in effect, and aside from that, we have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect, and that is moving towards the Philadelphia area. So right now, over all the major interstates in this area, at least in lower Montgomery County, right along the main line here, and the PA Turnpike, 76, 476 near Radnor, Norristown. This is still an area that's under a tornado warning, and this is still an area with a lot of lightning and also some very heavy rain. So I'm going to put this in motion here because, again, we're still under that tornado warning. And the general area that we're looking at for any rotation, I'm going to circle that for you. It's typically right near Hatfield in Norristown. So this is really the section that we're, I think, most concerned about at this point. And it's right across 76 and the PA Turnpike near Norristown, and also Salford, seeing some edge of that as well in 476. So this is one section that we're watching very closely. And if I take the radar image off, there you see that tornado warning is still up. So there's the tornado warning. It's still in this area. It's going to go until about 5:15 or so, and it does look like it just expired. Either way, it doesn't matter because we still have a severe thunderstorm warning. And I think in this area, we still have indications of at least some rotation, which are typical in severe thunderstorms. But at least in this area, we're still seeing the potential for some very high wind. So you definitely still want to stay away from windows in this area. This is still a very nasty looking storm. And when we look at the radar, we look at signatures that typically look like this to show us where we have very strong winds. Basically, it's creating rotation, and that's why the storm is shaped the way that it is. So Haverford seeing the heavy rain now. Norristown still across the PA Turnpike, 476 near Norristown. I think you're probably seeing some of the strongest winds. This is moving into the Philadelphia area right now, and that's where we see the very heavy rain, the leading edge of that rain. It's moving mostly to the east around 45 miles an hour. And it will be crossing the Delaware soon and moving into New Jersey. So I'm going to track this here for you. This storm is on its way into Philadelphia and also will continue to move into New Jersey. But right now it's moving still to the east around 45 miles an hour. Philadelphia, you can expect it within about the next 5 minutes to approach the area. It is a quick mover. Camden 525, Cherry Hill 530, and Bristol by about 533. So again, this is a very strong thunderstorm. The tornado warning has expired at this point. However, we still do have a severe thunderstorm warning out. That means winds in excess of 60 miles an hour. These are damaging winds, and also lightning, the potential for small hail and heavy rain. So you still want to stay away from windows. You still want to keep an eye on our radar here because this storm is still very strong and it is still moving through the area. I'm going to loop this here for you so you can see what's been happening over the last hour. So this is the last hour. It has moved into Montgomery County, now on its way to Philadelphia. We're still seeing indications, though, of very strong winds. We still have that severe thunderstorm warning up in the Philadelphia area. And if you're in Philadelphia right now, you may not see much except from dark clouds, but we do have this storm approaching. So let's take another look at our live camera. And here you see it now. It's really getting darker out. You can see that cloud moving in with heavy rain, high wind, lightning in this area as well. Let's take a different look here at the Philadelphia area. So now we're going to take a look at Center City here from our camera at the Adventure Aquarium. So now we're going to take a look across the Delaware River at Philadelphia from Camden, New Jersey. So here you see some dark skies. We're seeing the heavy rain approaching Philadelphia, but we're still also seeing it in the areas that have been under the tornado warning. And again, the strong winds are moving in too. So aside from the fact that the tornado warning is canceled, this is still a severe thunderstorm. So this can provide some damaging winds as well. I'm going to stop it right here. And this is where we have the current situation. There you see the edge of the heavy rain. Abington still seeing heavy rain. Lower Bucks County, you can expect that. Newtown, you can expect the heavy rain soon, as well as Bensalem, Chester, and this is all going to be moving even into parts of northern Delaware. So Newcastle County, you can expect some heavy rain here very soon. But there you see it. It's mostly been confined to Pennsylvania. It will be moving in to South Jersey and Delaware here soon. These are strong storms with damaging winds, also some very heavy rain, and a lot of lightning in some cases that we've been seeing to develop. I'm going to redo this tracker here. It is moving mostly to the east, right around 45 miles an hour. And that's really been the motion that we've seen this storm moving through the afternoon. A lot of these storms moving very quickly, dropping heavy rain with them as well. And they're going to continue moving through, but really clearing out by the time, if you have Friday evening plans, I think we'll see a lot of these storms clearing out by then. So Philadelphia, you can expect it in the next few minutes here. It's already moving in. Cherry Hill 529, Washington Township 541, Winslow 559, and Vineland by 608. So we have the heavy rain in lower Montgomery County. We've been seeing it in this area for a while now. So again, rainfall rates of about 1.5 inches or so per hour. And this is something that could be causing some localized flooding concerns. But at this moment, we're concerned with that as well as some high winds and lightning. So this is something we'll keep tracking as we go through the next, I would say, couple hours here. We really don't expect it to clear out of the area until about after 8 o'clock. Brittney?
Well, one thing we've seen developing, especially on some of our live camera networks, is the low-hanging clouds, also the rain starting to develop over Center City. So if we can just fly you through a few of our cameras. We'll start with our Aquacams looking from Camden at the skyline. We'll show you exactly what we're seeing, and that's mainly just the rain starting to develop throughout Center City. So we have one camera that we want to show you. This is our radar shot right now of the system that's moving through. The next thing we want to show you, there we go, is the camera looking at Center City from Camden. But we have lots of cameras throughout Center City. So this is another one of the Ben Franklin Bridge right now, where we are going to see heavier rainfall that's going to start to move through. So I'm just going to pan through all the cameras with you and just show you some of the rain that you can see starting to come down out of the clouds. Again, we do expect to see gusty wind speeds as this gets closer to us. It's moving out of places like Norristown, heading closer towards Philadelphia. And then we have another shot we want to show you. We'll take you to South Philly here to the link where you can actually see it is still dry right now, but you can see the gray skies there and we will continue to monitor this situation. We'll be looking at all of our cameras, show you exactly where some of the heaviest rainfall is. But right now, we want to send it back over to Keith and Jacqueline.
Brittney and Sheena, thank you. And as we continue to watch this developing and breaking weather situation, we do want to let you know you can always get first alert weather updates anytime on the NBC10 News app. You can also track the storms through your neighborhood by using our interactive radar. We'll be right back with more weather coverage as storms continue to move through our area.